Well, all right, now here's another magic.
Ladies and gentlemen, Geri Petito.
I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Geri Petito taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Love's the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.
When you don't know just what to do,
Just what to do, just what to do.
if what you're feeling is really true,
Is it really true? Is it really true?
just keep your ideas safe and sound.
Safe and sound, safe and sound.
That's exactly how change is found.
Change is found, change is found. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Geri Petito taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Love's the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Geri Petito Show on Hamilton Radio. Guys, everyone and anyone who knows me knows I am the author of I'm Not an Addict, I'm Just an Ass. I'd rather be a smartass than a dumbass. Because, guys, 32 years ago, I was a dumbass. But 32 years later, today, I can honestly say, through the grace of God, I am now a smartass. Yes, the word ass is in the Bible at least 40 times. It means donkey, and that's what I was. I'm saying all that to say this, guys. We've all had the roughest few years of our lives all over the world, not just here. And everybody out there, you need to know you're not alone. Someone is listening. I'm a nutritional health coach. I'm a recovery coach. All my services to you are free. Okay? Please reach out. If you think my book can help someone, because I sure do, you can go right to Simon & Schuster's bookstore, Archway Publishing. You could go to BAM. You could go to Amazon, Barnes & Noble. You could go to my website, guys, www.geripetito.com. And guys, if you truly, truly, truly cannot afford my book, please reach out to me about that as well. Please go to the Geri Petito Show YouTube channel and subscribe. A lot of cool things are going on, and a lot of my shows are there. So I want to give a shout out to a few of my sponsors. I'm going to start with SOS for Life, the number 4. They're having their second annual benefit event, Christmas Feels Like Home. It's being held at the Vinyl Lab in Nashville, Tennessee, December 9th. And guys, this is to help children, all children in need, whether it's physical or mental or abuse. All the money goes to them. You can go to the website, www.christmasfeelslikehome.com. You can go to www.sos4life.org. This is to help all children in need, okay? All the money goes to them. I know them personally. Okay, I would also like to thank Michael D'Amore. Everyone who knows me knows he's one of my favorite singers, right under Elvis, okay? He's now the new lead singer with the Capris. You can go to his website, www.michaeldamore.com. $1.99 to download his songs, guys. Now, Brian Buckenfuso. Everyone in Mercer County, New Jersey knows him as Bucky. He's a retired Robbinsville police officer that I've known most of my life, and I am vouching for this guy. He's running for Mercer County Sheriff. Please, please, if you are in Mercer County, this guy deserves the seat, okay? We here at Hamilton Radio even did commercials for him, okay? And we're going to be going to this huge event at the end of the month. So please, please vote for Brian Buckenfuso, Bucky for Sheriff. Last but certainly not least, Anthony Hudson, presidential candidate 2024. His slogan is People Before Politics. Me and Ruben, one of the other owners of Hamilton Radio, met him. We met him at the Borders in Yuma, Arizona a few months back. So I got to spend a few days with him. I got to know him personally. And guys, he's just a regular truck driver that wants to make a difference. Okay, Anthony Hudson for president. Having said that, you guys know I bring it, right? I always bring it. I'm really, really, really bringing it today. All right? First of all, let me introduce this beautiful lady. She's my guest co-host today, Ava Holly. Say hello to everyone.
Hello there. And you know what? Everyone's got to tune in to Hamilton Radio because we're doing an exclusive interview with you about that border trip.
Okay,
Remember?
that's right.
Yes.
And tell them
early
when that
July.
is.
July 2nd, I believe.
Okay.
Yes, but July 2nd, right here, Hamilton
Okay.
Radio.
So wait. Tell them a little bit about you real quick.
Oh, sure. Hi, everybody. I'm Ava Holly, founder of 4A Star. We do special event planning. Haven't really done much of that since the pandemic. Yet we have a lot of cool things coming on. We work with indie authors, indie entertainers, indie event planners, global fashion designers. We got all kinds of things in the pipeline and on the fire coming, so stay tuned with us. Thanks, Jerry.
Tiana,
Yes.
tell everyone who you are, beautiful.
Hello, I'm Tiana Speaks. I am the COO of Fantool Music, which is the record label of 2 times Grammy-nominated Haj G from the UMCs. I'm also the president of DiBernardo Productions, and I'm also the host of The Power of Thoughts on WBNN Beverly Nation.
So, I have 2 incredible gentlemen here today. Okay, this guy hasn't stopped crying. Okay, you're going to make me cry. Let's
Get some
talk
tissues.
about Huni Bakatoon, a.k.a. Magic Man first. Huni, say hello to everyone.
Hey, peace and abundant divine blessings. My tribal name is Huni Bak Atun, and my pen and stage name is Master Ta Magic Man Haru. I'm one of the broadcasters from WBNN. I've been with our great company for over 6 years. Just completed 100 and soon to be 1 advancements. I like to call them advancement. No more time for lessons. I'm a master sound therapist, which I incorporate the 4 tenets, which is music, science, art, and supreme mathematics. And I also am a podcaster. I have my own podcasting business as well. Sound Therapy with Magic Man Haru, LLC.
So, everyone out there, you know that I'm on different networks. At one point, I was on 5 plus my own podcast. WBNN was Beverly Nation, and I was also on Damon Looks, which was the umbrella. It was under both of them. WBNN is now the new name, okay? So we all have our shows on WBNN. Okay, this guy right here, Huni Bakatoon, he just flew in last night, and he did not know we were going to be here today. So this is a huge surprise to him. We are so honored to have him right here in our new studio. Okay, we love you, man. We love you, love you, love you. Now, this guy over here. So, if it wasn't for Hamilton Radio, this guy would never have noticed me. Okay? So, I started with Hamilton Radio, and we're going to bring out Doc G as well. Doc G, come on out here for a minute. But I want to introduce this guy sitting next to me. We know him as Brother O, our honeybee. Brother O, say hello to everyone.
Well, first of all, I'm happy to be here at Hamilton Radio finally. Jerry is a friend, not just a broadcaster.
Wow.
And we're very, very pleased. I'm doubly pleased to be here with you, with, of course, the great Doc G, because it's a profession. And, you guys are professionals in how you've carried yourself, even through the interview with McCaver L., Joseph McCaver L., which I found you. And then I said, no, I said, she can't be this. I got to scout her more. And then for 3 months I did that, and you were just who you were in that interview. And I was glad on the 6th of June, 2018, when I made the call to you. And I called you a messenger. You knew what that was.
I was walking into Hamilton Radio. Go ahead.
And I called her, and she was trying to answer the phone, and she knew, what is this? What's this? And basically, the call was great. Just like every call I made, including the great 3 people that are on the other side of you. All those calls, and I made those calls to bring people here as family. And we work hard. Like I said, I'm glad to be here. I just got back from Baltimore doing a tour at Morgan State University. So I'm a little tired, but I'm so glad to be here today.
Now, wait,
So-
before you talk to Doc G,
Yeah.
he's not just a broadcaster, our honeybee. He is an international Internet Radio Hall of Fame producer, Hall of Fame DJ, and we all got started right here with Doc G at Hamilton Radio. And now many of us are also at the WBNN platform, so thank you both for that.
So,
I wish she didn't bring that up.
Well, wait. Well, we're gonna bring that up.
Too bad.
But
So
before
sad.
before I talk to Doc G, so I want to say something to you, Brother O. So everyone here on Hamilton Radio knew your cousin as Vince, and he had Freedom Truth Radio.
Yes, he did.
And he and I did a couple shows back to back, and this guy called in to say hello, and then started
Great show.
stalking me. Okay,
Great
I
show.
loved it. I loved it.
I sure did.
Okay, so before I bring Doc G to the mic, I want to just say something. So without Doc G, I would never have started radio. Okay, never, like never. Okay, and I wasn't even sure I was going to do it, and he kept saying, "Come on, Jerry, let's do this," and I did. So I want to thank you, and you know how I feel about you and Hamilton Radio. So then when Brother O called into his cousin's show, Vince, and asked me to come along, all this got started, and it's just unbelievable. So these two guys right here made it all happen. And Doc G, I tip my hat to you first, and I tip my hat to you second, because without you, Doc G, again, this wouldn't have even happened. So I want you to tell everyone a little bit about who you are and when you started Hamilton Radio.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to know these guys, to work with them, and of course Jerry and everybody. But these are all part of my dreams and desires too, like everybody else. I started out, over 27 years ago, and
In your basement.
in my basement, yeah, and just had a desire to have a radio station that was for everybody. I wanted to bring talk aboard, but I had to phase the music in first to get the listeners count up there, and then once we got that done, then everything just skyrocketed from there. It's still a dream, in a lot of ways to even believe that it's still going. It's, of course, God is involved in so much of our lives anyway, but it's unbelievable the lives you touch and the lives you meet. Like Vince and Jerry and all the people that we met over the years, and just watch them grow from that little, maybe a little bit of watering we gave them. And that's all we did. And listen, they grew. And listen, Hamilton Radio has always been a family-friendly station. Hamilton Radio has always been around for a long time, but it doesn't mean that we only do music. We do shows like this because we want to express the freedom of speech. We want to have Christianity involved and all religions, just to understand what people deal with in life. And I think that's what we do. We have that format for people to come in and say things and do things and promote what they're doing, and other people see it, and I think that's how they grow, and I think that's how you grow and she grew. But that's great. We love that. We love being that platform to propel off of. And actually, you're doing the same thing, which is actually great too. So I'm just delighted to be involved with everybody here, and happy to be part of this little thing.
So
It's not so little anymore.
it's not,
No, it really isn't.
it's not so little. Guys, we're
People
also
know who
on
Hamilton
iHeartRadio. So this show here will also be on iHeartRadio next Wednesday, Gino?
Yes.
Doc G? Next Wednesday night.
Next Wednesday night.
It's funny how great minds think alike, because you put all these minds together that have this certain laissez-faire, whatever you want to say, and then it comes together. You feed off of this, he feeds
Right.
off of that, you feed off of that, and it creates that
Yes.
Yeah.
higher platform. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying?
Yes. So Doc G got me noticed for radio, which got me noticed to Brother O, which got me noticed to the Hall of Fame, right? Lifetime achievement, just like this guy over
Wonderful.
here.
Proud of you guys.
But here's the thing, guys. Everybody thinks they don't have what it takes. Everybody has what it takes. You just have to, you know what? Before I do my little craziness that I'm going to do that they don't know about, I'm going to read a poem out of my book, because this is important. This is for everyone to understand they have what it takes. I'm no better than any one of you. They're no better than any one of you. They're no better, right? But the difference is we've put out the effort. So that's what you need to do. So I'm going to read this poem called Utilizing Gifts and Talents. We are born with talents. We are born with drive, with different gifts to help us thrive. I knew early on I was born to draw and paint, and to also write poetry and to talk without restraint. See, our gifts and talents should all be used. God's gift to us not be abused. We can go far in life for sure, using our gifts to go on tour. All our talents should be used to create ourselves and more, but then our job's to share them, to even up the score. You see, in life, what's needed is not just for ourselves. Once our gifts are mastered, take them off the shelves. A living we can make by spreading them around, not just for the money, but to spread a peaceful sound. Don't take for granted the gifts you're given. Go out and spread the joy. Our gifts are not to be held back for us to self-destroy. So put your efforts forth. Do not hesitate. All your talents, my friend, are never second rate. Never hold them back or you will surely die. Maybe not in body, but your soul will cry. Our gifts were made to share. Our talents made to soar. Go through life enlightened, and then you can roar. Be proud of who you are. Be happy you're alive. Once again, my friend, your gifts will help us thrive. By putting efforts forth, not keeping them at bay, Hamilton Radio and WBNN, your name will live forever, forever and a day. So go through life excited for what you sure can give. To yourself and others is our reason to live. Our grave will be quite lonely, but our legacy lives on. So make sure people smile with the breaking dawn. And guys,
Wow, Jerry, that was
thank you, thank you. But,
Outstanding.
but that's for you too, for what you've done for all of us, for what you've done for everybody out there.
We
for
try.
Everybody listening.
We try.
You got all
Okay.
these men crying over here. What
Now,
the hell, Jerry?
Y'all do.
We're going to
Y'all
do something silly, guys. We're going to do something silly.
After
Ava
that,
and I do not deserve to be sitting in these two seats today. Okay, that's right. You heard me. So we are going to bring the two guys over. You are now in charge of the show. Let's go, boys.
What?
what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go, baby.
There we go. All right.
Go ahead, Doc. Go
All
ahead.
right.
The seat's one for you. Go ahead. Let's go. I told you not to get comfortable,
I
right?
know you did.
Let's see how this works.
All right. All right. Well, thank you, Doc G. We really appreciate
Thank you,
you.
Doc G.
Outstanding. Well, first of all, what more can we say? Being the host.
Okay, turn that volume
I'm
down,
trying.
people.
There we
All
go.
right.
It didn't want to listen. Sorry.
All right. That's AI for you.
And you don't want an AI
But anyway.
wife that goes wrong. You just don't want
What
that.
a wonderful way to start a Saturday off, but to be the host with my brother Hooney Bakatoon
That's right.
of the Geri Petito show. Outstanding results today, and of course, how are you? How are you feeling? 2018 Anna Waddell Award winner,
Yay!
the WBNN Host of the Year. And then you did it again in 2020. And then, of course, you had the audacity to go into the Hall of Fame that year as an enshrining. And then last year, me and you both went in as Lifetime Achievers to a wonderful, wonderful group of men and women in Stockholm, Sweden that take the time when no one else will recognize anyone, to take the time to recognize people around the world. So
Amen.
proud of you, because I haven't even talked to the Jersey Jewel yet.
Just still talk that way.
All right, I'll talk this way. But Hooney, I say like this: I've always, to this day, I appreciate you. The hard work, things you've been through. One of the things that really got my heart really warm is when he was in a very terrible car accident. And what happened was he lost his voice. For a broadcaster, that's the one thing you can't lose, is your voice. And they had to put a metal plate in his throat. You know, guys didn't know this. I'm telling this story now. Metal plate in his throat. And so the muscles had to be adjusted around it, and then he finally gained the full throat, the full power of his vocal capacities. Why don't you talk about that, Hooney? Because I told you I'm a journalist. I ask the hard questions. Wow. See, she should have never did this.
Oh, I'm so happy I did.
Talk to us about how you convalesced.
And get close to the mic, baby.
Me?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't notice that until Angel Ava asked for some sound bites, and I'm starting to hear the difference with singing through metal. The way that Hall of Fame 4-time put it, it's a titanium platelet that they had to replace ligament 4 and 5. And And like he said, you know, my voice really is, when people talk about my instrument when it comes to sound therapy, is my vocal cords. So that was one of my biggest worries. You know, I like to sing as a recording artist. I've been recording for many different years, but when the smoke clears and the music, external music, is not there, it's always my vocal cords. And that's the best kept secret I've always pretty much.
You know, I
used.
had nodes on my vocal cords once, weren't bad enough for surgery, yet I had to not talk. I was only allowed to talk an hour a day for 6 months. And it was like, if you know me, that was very hard. Yet I remember having to have a pad to write things down. I used a puppet. It was crazy.
I have an idea.
Brother was Facebook.
Wait,
How'd
you know
you
what?
do
I
that?
have an idea. Doc G, let's play one of Magic Man's songs.
What?
That's right. We surprised you today,
Surprise
baby.
number 5.
This is Hamilton Radio. They do things a little different here. So it's all on you today.
Oh my God. Wow.
Coming
Coming
up,
up, guys.
coming up, he says. It's coming up.
Here we go.
Oh my God. Here we go.
Another thing too, Miles Davis was told not to talk too.
Perfect.
And that's why he had the raspy voice. He disobeyed the doctor's orders.
Yep.
And that's
Well, all right, now check this out. If you're thinking you're too cool to boogie,
Let's boogie, baby.
Oh, wow.
well, oh, well, have I got news for you?
Wow.
Everybody here tonight must boogie.
Wow.
Let me tell you, you are no exception to the rule. So get on up on the floor, 'cause we gonna boogie, oogie, oogie till you just can't boogie no more. Boogie, boogie no more. You can't boogie no more.
wow.
Boogie no more.
I'm humbled.
Listen
Very, very
to
humbled.
the
Thank you.
music.
Thank you. You know, for y'all to
Beautiful.
do that for me, for y'all
Beautiful.
to take time to do. Oh, I think the mic is off. I think the mic is off.
There you are.
Okay.
Testing. For y'all to take time to do that for me
Wow.
shows a lot of divine love, and I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I do.
We feel the same way about you.
We love you. You know, like I said, the story, and I'm going to Ava next.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna say the best, not the best, but
The fraud.
I'm gonna say the biggest brat in the world,
Yes.
the youngest
For
brat
Yes.
for last. When Huni Bakatoon came into my thought process of bringing him as a host, we just had a big transition from a host, and I went to bed, and I sweated the bed out from like 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock in the morning. And they kept calling me. And usually I don't get my mother in my dreams a lot. The great Aries woman came to my dreams and said, "Look, grab him, called him by name, Huni Bakatoon, and tell him to spare not." I said, "What?" So I got up like I'm drenched. And so it got so bad that I didn't know that I must have been in another Neva world, because my wife at that time had me move to another room because I was making so much noise. Why'd you get up and go? So I guess I sleptwalked. I got up and I was like, why is the whole bed was drenched? And I never woke up in a cold sweat from that time to this time ever. I called him at 4 o'clock the next morning, and not 4 o'clock the next evening. And I said, "Brother, I want to bring you on." He said, "That's wonderful." I said, "But that's not the reason why I'm bringing you on. I'm bringing you on because my mother told me to."
Yeah.
He's the only host in Beverly Nation history that any of my parents called. The others were called by, good graces, being able to really understand and occur talent. But he was brought here because my mother said to bring him here.
Wow.
And he has not let me down. There's been times when Huni Bakatoon has not showed the true total potential, and I had to let him know that my mother said, "You need to step it up." But has he? I mean, he has been not only just having a Hall of Fame career in internet radio, but just a good person. And I love the fact the way Tiana talked. Tiana Speaks, our wonderful class of 2023 rookie,
Thank you.
talked about how he cares. I know.
Yes, he
this,
does.
This I know.
Full of love.
He's helped many people.
Full of love.
He's helped many people. Many people. Just by sometimes not just the giving of just goods and services, but just by kind word. And many times we play off each other a lot of times with kind words and laughter and just love. And, you know, the two-time host of the year, WBNN, you know,
Anna Waddell, man, what up?
you know, we talk about Anna Waddell, and it's funny you said this.
God rest her soul.
You talk about two people on the side of me who knew Anna Waddell. She always tell you, hey, this is Anna Waddell. You know, your auntie. You know what I mean? From Decatur, where it's greater. She was just a country girl. Grew up in Tyler, Texas. Cowboy fan for real. Moved to Georgia. And just started down there. And we talked about a great show, Jerry, the Soul Twins.
Oh, yes, the Soul Twins.
You know, we're talking about somebody right now with Edward Burke's coming on tomorrow night as a great judge. He was half of the Soul Twins with Anna. And Tiana and Ava, you would have absolutely loved that show. It was the first show in internet radio history that caused premise poetry. And what premise poetry is, that means that if we're rapping about, you know, if we're talking about this mic all night, every one of your poets, if I don't know you, you have to talk about this mic. If we're talking about social injustice, every single poem that you come on that show has to be with the theme of what they're talking about. That's right. It was genius.
Can you air that as a classic?
I sure will.
And he has.
Yes.
But do it again. And
Yeah, you should do it again.
Yes, and you'll love the Soul
she
Twins.
was so beautiful that, and I have said this to him so many times because memories pop up, and one popped up again recently, and I told him, she used to send me messages. Hello, my beautiful sister, I love you. When I first did my first show, she was one of the first to reach out to me. When he called me that day, I just started crying on the phone. She was so beautiful. She's an angel.
She would talk like this, like, hey, Tiana, girl, you keep hitting them over the head, okay? Because they need to hear what you saying, nothing about you.
And I might talk like this to her.
Yeah, no, right, you probably would. But she was just that way. And you felt the warmth and spirit. You know, and she would say, Ava, you are so professional. I loved you. Not only that, but, you know, you just always have a kind word for everybody. And she always encouraged.
That's why we named it that.
So when Anna passed away, suddenly, March 14th, 2019, it was one of the roughest times we ever had in the world because she died suddenly. She had no health problems. She died in her sleep. And to this day, and I talked to Tiana about this many times, and you guys know the story, to this day, I have not gotten over Anna Waddell's passing. I have not. And so what we did immediately, because we just had, it's funny, WBNN was going through so much, Jerry. We just had a celebration of life of one of the greatest to ever do it, Miss Darlene Lawrence. And you all heard Darlene.
But we were Beverly Nation and Damon Lux.
That's right.
Yeah.
We're still Beverly Nation, Beverly Nation Network.
Right.
Yes.
So we just lost Darlene.
Yeah.
So Darlene died of cancer. And we just had a celebration of life. And then my twin, of course, Andrea Presley, did that show. So Anna, you know, we were just talking 2 days before she passed. She said, hey, bald head. I said, hey, Waddell. She said, listen, I want to do something special for Darlene, not knowing she'd be gone in 2 more days. So give me the information for Darlene, I'll get back with you. All right, bald head, I talked to you. All right, Waddell. That was the last time we talked to each other. We used to talk to her every morning because she would drink her tea. We would have tea time together. So now we're calling Andrea back a month later to do a celebration of life again for another host in one linear month. We lost Darlene on the 14th of February. We lost Anna on the 14th of March. And I'm like, what is going on? So what we did, and we did a great thing. Our sponsors at that time, Looking Glass Entertainment, and I said, look, this is what we're going to do. We're going to name the Host of the Year award after Anna Waddell. And that was one of the greatest things I could have ever done. So now every time anyone wins that award,
That's a legacy now.
the Anna Waddell Award is amazing. Then Tiana, we were talking to one. I mean, this girl came out like gangbusters, 4 straight all-time records. We've had some outstanding new hosts from last year and this year. The reason why I bring you up to your attention right now, you're the front runner for the Sonia Griffin Award. which is amazing. I mean, Jetty 8-Track was right behind you, but
That's
we'll
a
see
new
what
host,
happens.
new host, right?
That's the linear, WBN linear new host of the year. And
New host.
let me explain something about Sonia Griffin. Sonia Griffin held that award. You were around, when Clef finally achieved that, right? But Sonia Griffin came on like a gangbuster. She was another one that Huni Bakatun remembers.
So natural. Wow.
And she came on and no host in the history of WBN had 7 straight. Her record stood for 5 years, 4 months, and 2 days until Clever One broke it. So that just shows you the reason why the award was named after her, because it took so long. She was the first really trailblazer. And I say this to you because I talked to Sonia about you, and she says, "Did you see her change up, do the African? She goes out of character. That's what we need. She needs to do that more often." And I said, "What happens is Tiana is so serious." Now, what I mean by that, and this is what I'm saying to you, because it's a great thing, because her topics is so intriguing that she doesn't have time to even do the antics and come out or something, So I would say to you, be all you can be.
Join the army.
Yeah, no problem. No, don't do that. But my point is, no, don't do that. But stop, Ava. Anyway, but be all you can be, and find time to bring all of your gifts into the show, because I think that's where it's going to go.
Thank you very much for this information.
Yay.
Thank you very much.
That is the.
And I have an African army. You should know this.
That's right. That is the AI robot. Be careful.
No, this is African Anna.
That's the robot. But anyway, but now of course Ava Holly.
Angel Ava.
I mean, this forum, I could talk all day. It's kind of hard because there's so many things, so many emotions are coming up. I knew I had my perfect variety show host when I hired Ava. The casual chat makes you feel like, let me go to the Keurig, let me get a cup of coffee, and let me sit down and relax. That's how your show is. It's a blend of beautiful people. I really thank all of you for allowing me, especially when I did the Elvis for you, allowing me to be your host, your house DJ. For her show, I love because I get a chance to play the classics. I get a chance to play Mel Torme's and the Tony Bennett's.
I love it, yeah.
And go into my bag, the Ella Fitzgeralds, the Sarah Vaughns. And sometimes you say, well, Robert, you're right. Then sometimes I play the Stevies and blah, blah, blah. But you allow me to really go into my bag as a DJ, and I really appreciate that. I really do. And like I said, she's a hell of a talent. I mean, she's a person that, like I said, is loving. And anybody that knows Ava, she'll do anything for you.
That's true.
And this young lady we're not gonna put her business out here, but she's battled some things, and she's an overcomer, and she's overcoming now. As she's sitting there, she's overcoming right now. Let's give Ava Holly a
Yes!
Real live angel. Real live angel.
Thank you.
Going back to Huni Bakatun.
Making me cry.
The Clubber Lang, Rocky Balboa's, the battle of the network stars. When he came up with the Clubber Lang, and you was teasing her in the first episode. This 2019.
Yeah, every opportunity that would get her, because she's a proud Italiano. So I said, okay, what can I do? So I was sure.
You'd be ashamed of yourself.
She would be on these serious platforms, whatever, and I would show up, either do a Mimi or Clubber Lane or whatever. But I had no idea.
But tell them who Clubber Lane, tell them in case they don't know, because you have to prep. Tell them who it
okay,
is.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
A lot of people don't realize I've been a part of broadcast radio, but Clubber Lane is my alter ego when it comes to broadcasting. I am the Clubber Lane of internet radio.
Okay. And he means this. Okay.
Yes.
Boxing.
Right. And it goes back. You have to be a fan of a good movie, and Rocky was one of the best characters. So what was it, Rocky?
That's Rocky 3. Yeah.
Rocky 3 is when Clubber Lane, Mr. T, in the form of Mr. Clubber Lane, he actually played that.
No, he ain't telling the whole story right. When you did the meme, that's what he did, Tiana. And woman, come here, woman.
Oh my goodness.
You were a real man? So I said, no, he did not.
So continue what you would do to me on Facebook.
Yeah, so anyway, I was harassing. I was really getting to the point. I was harassing him.
Oh my gosh.
You get what I'm saying?
It was hard.
He would call me Rocco, and he was Clubber.
Oh, Rocco, man. But I had no idea. Oh, get ready for the Battle of the Network Stars. It's broadcasting tomorrow. Okay?
So finish our story. Let's go.
Okay. All right. So anyway, that night, I mean, I gave it my all. You know. But I had no idea what was lurking in the background.
So we went up against each other, and he tortured me for a year on Facebook with these Clubber Lang things and called me old Rocco.
Yes, he did.
So I called Rocky.
Wow.
Talk about it.
Go ahead.
I remember the start of it.
Go
I
ahead.
mean, matter of fact, she even look, the International Internet Radio Hall of Fame and Lifetime Achiever. She sent me a text just before her part started.
And then it happened. John Monfoto came on
The
there.
music first, the Rocky music.
Yeah.
It was a
You must have been
it
dying for
was a
that.
crescendo.
Oh, my gosh.
The Rocky music was a crescendo.
Wow.
And here comes John Monforto laying him out like
As
grease
Rocky.
khakis.
Hey, Magic Man.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo. John Monforto is the official Rocky impersonator
Shout
for the
out.
city of Philadelphia. He was given that title by the former mayor. So he is Rocky.
Shout
This
out to
guy-
our good friend,
That's right,
John
John
Monforto. We love you.
So this
Yeah.
guy. Go ahead. How'd you feel, baby?
Oh man, I was just sitting at that time.
Right,
I was
fell off the
I was
chair.
you know, I didn't expect that. You talking about somebody that hit him hard? Whew. I know it's a family friendly, so I'm gonna keep it family friendly. That's the first time
Yep.
that I ever received an international internet whipping.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a butt whooping, all right. Yes, it did. It was just part of the legend of what WBNN is. Those, you know, they went at each other twice.
Yep.
Who
Who won twice?
Yeah.
Oh,
Now you
the
ready for
only
this?
one so far. is
There
the
you go.
Whipping
You got
Boys.
it. You got it. No, he won. He won. No, he won.
The
but
only
she-
one who went.
Well, he won the prestigious host of the year
Right,
twice.
baby.
But our fun, she's won. She's the only
He won
two-time,
twice. Oh,
only
nice.
two-time
Yeah,
Battle
baby.
Network Stars champion.
Nice.
So that's amazing in itself.
Hey,
So,
explain
And
to
I'm
the
going
audience
against
what
you.
that is.
all right,
Brother,
basically what we do since 2019, it came to I'll say it, my crazy genius, okay, to come up with something that we would have fun during our half of our fiscal year. So I said, you know what? And also too, I wanted to make sure that we promote our shows
Right.
better. So at that time, we didn't have the best 8. We had all the hosts.
It was crazy.
And we had, at that time, Beverly Nation versus our other
Damon.
network was Determined and Motivated Online Now Network, which is the Damon Network. So we had the Damon Network and Beverly Nation going at each other to see whose team, which was kind of
Yes.
fun, whose team would be the best at promotions. So what it is, you know, you love your show. You want to see, you know, you want to promote your show the best light. And basically, hey, this is what we do. You know, I'm on here every month. Let me tell you what I do. And a lot of people don't know who you guys are. There's still, and Doc G can attest to this one. You could, there's people that don't know Hamilton Radio yet, and there's people that know Hamilton Radio now. So we're trying to go after the people who don't know us now.
Right.
Right.
And basically, you're on every month. So you should have that passion to promote your shows. This is who I am. This is Casual Chat with Ava High. Let me tell you what I do. Blah, 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 blah. And with zest and umph. And, you know, like Whitney Marsalis talked about the umphy ump. When you play that saxophone, it comes out. That's
Yeah,
what
you ain't
want.
going there now because I'm already done. And I'm ready, baby. I'm coming at you, baby.
See? Now, you heard. Remember now, the Battle Network Stars, we have this year, we're blessed to have the 8 best hosts, and I think that's how it should be, in categories of championships and what they've done. And you ready for this? Let's again give a hand. Oh, I'm gonna get you, Jerry. I haven't come over to you yet. I'm gonna get you. I saved the interview for the last interview. You talk about him crying. Anyway, let's give a handshake and a hand clap again to Ava Holly. Because I'm telling you, unbelievable.
Thank you.
Ava
Thank
Holly, and this year's, you know, he just missed it. Ricardo Richard, to me, I think the most the turnaround was magnificent for their franchises.
Yeah.
I've seen, Ava a lot of times, struggling with championships, and this year to be the 6th ranked host. Congratulations, Ava. You
Yeah,
really
awesome.
deserve that.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And of course, we have a host that could not do it this year because of family situations. And I gotta give a shout out to him. His name is Terrace Strength, and
We love you, Terrace.
yeah,
We love you.
the number 1 ranked host this year, and he is just on fire.
Yes. Yes.
And with Know Your Rights. So here we go with the seeding. The first seeding, of course, is going to be fun. The aforementioned Ava Holly, who's this 5th seeded, 6th best host of the WBN network, but 5th seeded, she going against the good doctor,
The commissioner. The commish.
So Ava Holly from, of course, Casual Chat will be going against News Forum's Dr. Chinchilla J. What a way to start. And you get to start first. You be the first.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So you're the 5th seed, so you get to start first, and then of course Chinchilla goes after you. And then I don't know how to feel about this one.
Oh my God.
Angela Thomas Smith versus Clever One. I don't know what that's going to be.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
going to be crazy.
The,
That's all I
the
can say. That's gonna
third
be crazy.
seeded Angela Thomas Smith, who's had a very, very, very great year. And we're talking about a person who really earned 9 straight championships. She just never could get that 10th. It was just crazy this year for Angie. But she has been nominated for the International Internet Radio Hall of Fame. And she has criteria to hit, but we hope that will happen for her.
But
And then Clever One.
He's a
Check
trick,
your
man.
satellites, Clever One.
Dropping the mic all over.
You know what I mean? African Anna's husband. So we're happy about that.
We love you both.
And then you got the 2nd seed, who I'm over looking at right now. And I think it's going to be a great, great win. I'm going to step back on this one. Rookie, class of 2023, Tiana Speaks versus
Versus this
the
lady
2-time
right
champion of the Battle Network Stars, Geri Petito.
This is for you. I mean the black.
Bring it on, baby. Bring it on.
I know it's great.
Clever Lane's daughter.
Yes, he taught me very well.
Do you know what? This was really good because now you're bringing like awareness to what we do
Yes,
by
yes.
doing something like this, and I think it's all in
awesome.
great promotion, great fun, great
So much
love,
fun.
and I think it's really like it's going to be a
You ready
fun
for
thing.
Ava, it's been historic.
So much
Yeah.
fun.
It's
Yeah,
been
of course.
historic. But his daughter, our son Atun Ray took out Terrace Strength.
Well, wait. We got to talk about Hooney for a minute. Wait, because Jerry said to him, "Finish your story. I said, we surprised them today to come here, right? So I said, I need 2 or 3 of your sound bites. Send it here. Blah blah blah. No answer. The next day, I need 2 or 3 of your sound bites. And
Yeah, that
Jerry's
sound like
"Can
him."
you get it to me as soon as possible?" I'm like, "Send it here." Don't you know? I get a text like 3 days later, and he says, "Where do I send it?"
Yeah, that's on.
Kidding me?
But we got him. Baby.
But we love you, and it was so funny when you're like, "Finish your story."
I'm sorry, he was in my village hunting the lions. That's why.
It just slipped his mind.
Remember now, you can't
don't
pair.
have Wi-Fi.
You cannot pair Monopoly Land. That's out.
Oh, see?
Now, of course,
That's coming.
I get a chance to really bring on another young man who's had an outstanding time with us and a very highly intellectual dude who's right behind Tiana right now for the Sony Griffin Award. And that's Jetty 8-Track, and I think the young man is amazing.
Love him. Love him.
And so he'll be going against the last seed, the person that talks the last of the night,
Yes.
and the Hooney Baka Tune, a.k.a. the Magic Man, Haru. And like I said, Battle Network Stars, that will be, of course, tomorrow night, 9:30 Eastern Daylight, right here. Over there.
Over there, baby.
Over there at the one and only Beverly is. See how I get so comfortable? I'm at Beverly Nation, okay. All right, and of course the number is 516-453-9133. Press 1 to join the conversation, brought to you by Ngozi Time All Time Media. So it's kind of different saying it
At
on
what
the
time?
network.
Right?
But
This is great, though. I love it.
but of course now I want to thank Tiana for being a great supporter. Let's talk about that too. This young lady supported our network for 3 months, 3 weeks, and maybe 5 days. And she called in almost every night, and she wasn't even a host.
And she was a guest?
And
First,
you better
right.
believe
She was a
it.
guest?
Yes, she was. That's why, the talent was immeasurable, right? And now, just being a good person. And
Thank you.
Tiana Speaks has helped me. And I'll say it to the rest of the world.
Don't make
You
me
can have
cry.
people,
Right, we need tissues.
when you have people who are younger than you help you in something, and you know what that is, Tiana, you can always think and say, you know what? Yeah, maybe I should have did it a different way. Or maybe I should be more understanding in a different way. So that's the greatness of being a good producer and being able to understand. So we're going to leave that between me, you, and God. So that's the greatest gift. When you have intelligent people around you, that's how the business grows and become worldwide fantastic. Beverly Nation is fantastic.
Yes.
Something to you, though. I want to say something to you, too. Everybody listening, I have fibromyalgia, which also makes you have trouble with speech and you have brain fog. This individual right here, offered me a spot on WBNN. And before this, he had me calling in. And it actually, I got comfortable because WBNN is like family. It's like sitting in the living room, just like this, just like talking, So it actually helped my cognitive function, being able to be on WBNN. So I remember being here because, Ava knows I don't like photos, I don't like videos. You know that, right? But right? She knows that. But being here, because of just my nervousness at times, I was here. And then when I came back again, after being on WBNN, I felt comfortable. Like, I'm comfortable right now. And I thank you for that, for just, thank you for that.
Well, like I said, you're a great talent and a great person. And you haven't seen the gist of what you can be as a broadcaster.
Give her a hand.
you.
Give her a hand.
You haven't seen what you can be as a podcaster. You see, I'm proud. I'm going to right now. I got to get into with Geri Petito. I'm proud of two people. I got to give a shout out to E. Davis, who started her wonderful podcast, The E. Davis Show, listening to me. I'm Aries boy. I got a lot of Aries on my network, and I was trying to get so hard-headed, and she finally did it. And it's outstanding. Her being able to teach children, teach the youth how to write, be able to be encouraging.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Definitely encouraging people who are our age and haven't, thought they have a book and never want to put it out. So she's teaching the right levels of journalists, and I'm proud of E. Davis. And of course, what more can I say about?
Congratulations.
So far, the greatest gift I've ever had broadcasting from when it come down the tree. Here's LaTama Smith in the Crew podcast. It's amazing.
And that's new too, right? Isn't
She
that fairly new?
she's working with 3 people, and she's the general managing partner, which means she's she has the highest percentage. So you could say she's the owner, but she don't want to say that. She's not really she's not a CEO. She's not the total proprietor. She's the general managing partner. Similar to how Al Davis was with Oakland back in the day, the Oakland Raiders, until he bought it outright. But I'm so proud of Angela and the 13 hosts that she has.
Amazing.
And she listened to everything I told her to do, and we would come on, she would say, I don't know. Similar like how Tiana is kind of shy to certain, I don't think I can do it, bro. Now look, she is a CEO. Everything I envisioned her to be, she's doing. The Crew podcast, y'all. Check
Beautiful,
it out.
beautiful.
Now,
Here we go.
to this wonderful person who is always given a encouraging word to me.
Yeah, no.
A person who is loving when the heart, all you guys work hard. I'm talking to my friend right now.
That's right.
To one of the hardest
My
working
friend,
people
too.
I ever seen. Loves family. Loves her friends. A true champion. An outspoken champion for justice for all people. Long as they're doing the right things now. And if you're not doing the right thing,
She can get you.
old Rocco will tell you.
She'll get you.
The OG
Before she did
guy.
any show, and I know Doc G is listening for this one. Before she did any show, looked at her and I said, wow, she is a sparkling diamond. I said, I can't use that. I just got real simple. She's a Jersey jewel. And I named her that.
You sure did. Thank you.
And it stuck. People around the world know her as that. It's a trademark that you could trust. This radio station here, Hamilton Radio, is a radio network you can trust. Anybody who comes through these doors are really blessed by God. And I've been blessed to have someone like Geri Petito come over to Beverly Nation when we were trying to get it right again. Definitely, I had my fair share of heartbreaks. And coming back from a tremendous heartbreak, and to see someone like you come over, and she's one of the few Hall of Famers that don't have a lot of, well, she has it now, but at the time she went into the Hall of Fame, she didn't have the championship acronym. She's the ninth person in the history of the Internet Radio Hall of Fame, the National Internet Radio Hall of Fame. They're going with only 21 championships. Let me explain. Because of her due diligence in 5 different networks, where she was cornerstone and champion of all 5, and then with what she did with her rookie almost like rookie to sophomore years here, it was amazing. She was recognized around the world for her acumen as a journalist, her acumen as a variety host. This young lady here, I'm telling you, and you.
Especially me.
She is one of the best that's ever done it. She is outstandingly talented. One of the best that's ever done it is Geraldine Petito. You can forget that. And she's earned every single bit. She is, on many nights, my hero.
Aw. We love you, Jerry.
I thought you were going to make fun of the fraud. I didn't
No. That's for tomorrow night. That's for tomorrow night. That's Bell Network
God,
Stars.
I can't
But
stand it.
Geraldine Petito is one of mine. She's a hero.
But you said something interesting, Brother O. You talked about Hamilton Radio being a place you can trust. We have a saying in our networking group that don't invite someone to the group that you don't think that if they were in your home and you needed to run out to Wawa or something, that you could leave
They go
them
that
in your
Wawa
home.
again.
So when you walk through these doors at Hamilton Radio, that's Doc G's permission
That's right.
that you belong here.
Yes.
And that
Yes.
says a lot to bring
felt
all
that.
of that to all of this.
You know what's crazy? When I first met
Yes.
Mr. Doc G, he was warm and he's a nice fellow.
Inviting, man.
And so right then and there, I knew that if I ever was invited, I just knew I was home. So Hamilton Radio is an extension of home.
Wow.
Because I don't do a lot of video interviews because my radio network is very, very controversial, and I don't put myself out there too much. But when I do, I will always do it here. And I'm always a fan of people who love radio, people who love production, and like back to you. Like I said, look at the accolades of this young lady. It's amazing. It's stupendous. The 2019 and 2022 Battle Network Stars champion. That's just having fun, and that's a good thing to have on your resume.
Got the championships.
But then, this young lady is the 2019 Anna Waddell Award winner, host of the year. She has one host of the year, and has been in each of the top 4 votes every year since she's been here as a finalist for host of the year.
Amazing.
The audacity of being recognized in Stockholm, Sweden as the International Internet Radio Hall of Fame Broadcasting Enshrinee for the class of 2019. And then
I remember that, and I remember her saying, that'll be crazy if I get this. That'll be crazy if I get this. You got to vote. You got to vote. And it's crazy. And I was like, I was so excited when she won.
And then, of course, 2021 came, Lifetime Achievement for that same hall was true.
It was true.
You know what I mean? And I'm very proud of sitting between two people that I love and respect. Okay, number one, people that help me, help Beverly Nation continue to go. And then you look at Ava, one of the greatest turnarounds I've ever seen in broadcasting. I'm so proud of you.
Oh,
and
thank you.
And the casual
Thank
chat.
you, thank
You and Ricardo Richard, man, I'm telling you, I've never seen anything like that. Just to turn it around.
I was the first host to crack 22 million.
That's
I'm
right,
so
that's right,
proud
that's
of
right,
that.
that's
I
right,
remember
that's right,
that.
that's right. And it's this year, we had a hard year last year.
Yeah.
Oh, good goodness, we got some great people, but last year was a humdinger.
And when everybody just went, no, we're slapping that now. So,
For real. And then we had to change up this year and make sure people did the right things, and I'm glad that we did that. And then, of course, our resident rookie, who I really see greatness. You have not done your best show yet, and I'm telling you.
Heard those words.
And if you add your variety of who you are and everything that you were as a little girl, that's how I think about. And I'm talking to you now. When I was a little boy, I dreamt that I would be in front of this every night. The mirror in the bathroom was my television studio, and I would dream and talk. I had a show when I was in kindergarten. It was called First Friday. I went to Catholic school back in California, and so First Friday, and I loved it because I knew I get out. Mass came in the First Friday. I knew I'd go home and do my show. I said First Friday. And I'm talking about. Don't say that. My first show was spaghetti and meatballs. Who would win?
Oh.
Spaghetti or meatballs. Now, reason why
Spaghetti here, baby.
Right, because my mom was downstairs making me lunch, and I thought in my creative mind, spaghetti and meatballs. And so my mom came upstairs, and she took the celery stick. She said, "Where's the sauce? You don't get downstairs."
She meant to say gravy, guys. All right,
So who
continue.
won?
Right.
Oh, we can't go there.
Right. So remember it's California. But anyway, he was like, "Where's the sauce? You don't get downstairs." Hit me in the top of the head with the celery stick, and I let him kiss me on the forehead. But she said, "What were you doing?" I said, "Mom, I was on TV." She said, "That's what you want to do." She pat me head like that. That's what you want to do. I never forgot that. I was 5 years old. I'm 52 years old today.
And look at this.
She said, "That's what you're gonna do." She's breathed life into me, and that's what I'm trying to do for you, because everything, you're so creative.
Yeah.
You haven't tipped the iceberg. People don't even know the stuff that you have in your brain.
I don't know either.
I'm telling you, it's great. It's amazing. She really got it. But I digress off the mic. We about to get out because I know it's 2:00. It's coming to the witching hour.
But who won, spaghetti or meatballs?
So,
The world, they never know.
all right, we're coming to the close of the show, guys. We have a few more minutes.
I got a question for you too when you're done.
Why don't you say your question and then I'll
Can I give a plug for my competition that I'm in?
Oh.
do it right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So please go to my Facebook page, and that's my main page, Ava Holly Lewis Korth. You'll see me, Ava Holly, professionally, but go to the main page. I'm in a competition called The Favorite Chef to win a cooking experience with Carla Hall. In fact, our own Angela Thomas Smith. I don't know why I keep mixing them up. She's in the competition also. So go to my Facebook page. You can click on there once a day till the 22nd and scroll down for a free vote. I'm currently in 8th place. I flopped from 8 to 7 to 6. I think the top 20 move on to the next round, and I would just love to move on to the next round.
You're going to move on to the next round. That's going to happen.
Thank you. So appreciate it. Go get that free vote for me. Thank you.
So, guys, I want to say, first of all, share this show. This show is epic, okay, first of all. Second of all, let me say thank you to each of you. Tiana Speaks, you know how I feel about you, girl. I love you. Listen, you're going to do incredible because you already are. See, you already are incredible. So you can't do any worse. You're only going to go up, 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 up.
She's going to be fun.
Okay? You're incredible. I love you.
Absolutely incredible.
And thank you for honoring me today by coming here.
Thank you.
Okay? Ava, what can I say, girlfriend? Okay? I love you. She was my connection to John Monforto, by the way, and Debbie, to my Rocky guy. So, Hooney, you could slap her. All right, anyway.
Hey, he's staying at my house.
That's right.
Slapping.
So, I love you, girl, and thank you for driving everyone and bringing them here today. okay, because we had to do this. So
Yeah, this is
you
great.
honored me
Thank
as
you.
well, and
Thank you.
tell everyone again when our show is going to be, where you're interviewing me here, July what?
July 2nd, right
Okay.
here on Hamilton Radio. We're going to talk about Jerry's trip to the border.
Yep.
And, yeah.
Okay, cool. Huni Bakatoon. Okay, I might cry. So first of all, I love you.
Love you too.
And when I heard that you were flying in, I grabbed her and said, "What, are you kidding me? We got to do this." And Doc G, I called him up. I said, "Can we have a special show?" He said, "Absolutely. I can't wait till they come." So Doc G, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you
you.
for this.
Thank you as well.
Okay? Huni Bakatoon, I love you, love you, love you. You're my magic man. We'll hug again, okay? We're probably not going to stop hugging till you go.
Love you
okay?
too.
You're amazing, and you're one of my best.
Appreciate you.
Brother O, this is so cool that you are sitting here doing your show at Hamilton Radio. This is so cool. So I want to thank
Thank you.
you for honoring me, okay, for being here. Doc G thanks you. I mean,
Love you, Doc G. You know how I
Love
feel
you,
about you,
Doc
man.
G.
Okay.
Yes.
Appreciate
this
it.
guy right here, he mentions Hamilton Radio so many times I can't even tell you, okay?
We'll always do.
Okay? We love you. We love you, love you, love you, okay? And again, if it wasn't for Doc G, I wouldn't have been noticed by this guy, and if it wasn't for this guy, I wouldn't have been noticed for the Hall of Fame, right? I mean, it's just a circle of incredibleness. So I thank both of you. I love you, and I cannot believe you're sitting here at my mic. This is awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
We're going to do something different, Doc G. We're not closing out with my song. We're going to close out with song number 2 of Huni Bakatoon.
You know what?
Master
Y'all
Sound
serious?
Therapist.
Y'all
Let's
can't
go,
be serious.
baby.
Y'all can't be serious.
Yep.
I'm trying now.
All right, now here's another Magic Man classic. Don't you remember you told me you love me, baby? You said you'll be coming back this way again, baby.
Got it.
So baby, 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 oh, baby, I love you. I really do. Long ago, I fell in love with you.
Everybody look straight at the camera.
Before the second show, and your guitar, it sounds so sweet and clear. Hey, honey, but you're not really here.
My dad would love that.
It's just a radio. Don't you remember you told me you loved me, baby?
Wow. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, y'all.
Thank you all. That was
Hey, I
awesome.
dedicate that part to my father, who just recently passed about 6 months ago. So continue to travel on. Keops Rayatun, otherwise known as Mr. Charlie E. Felton.
Yes, share our show, guys. Thank you, Doc G.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Jerry. Thank you so much, Doc.